Do you ever feel like you're carrying around a backpack that is just so heavy because it's so full of rocks and you can't ever seem to get it off or make it go away? Well, that's how depression feels for some. College students are faced with a problem, and that is depression. A study that was done over 133 college campuses concluded that 44% of those students at the colleges were experiencing depression. In my survey, 66.7% of you said that in the past 2 weeks you have either felt down, depressed, or hopeless nearly several days of the week. Many college students have experienced depression, including myself, and since I have witnessed it firsthand and witnessed it through others' experiences, I know what depression can do. I've done countless of hours of research trying to help better my mental health and advocate for those that are experiencing depression. Today I'm going to present a way to help decrease depression. First, I'm going to talk about how college students are at a higher risk for developing depression. Second, I'm going to discuss how weight training can help mental health. And third, I will discuss how weight training can provide an overall better life. Now that we've talked about depression, let's investigate why college students are at a higher risk for developing depression. Like I said, there is a problem at hand that college students are more likely to, are at higher risk for developing depression. I'm going to share a story with you from an anonymous writer that was in college that experienced depression. This college student was raped in their third semester of college by someone that they thought was a friend. After this encounter, they fell into depression and stopped going to classes. During this episode, they only slept, ate, and rarely went out of their rooms. After experiencing this for many months, they decided to confide in a professor and seek help. After seeking help, they decided to go to counseling and decided to go to the gym to release these many emotions that they were experiencing. Depression can happen to anyone and anyone can experience it, but college students are at a higher risk for developing it. College students, especially experience new stressors for the first time while attending college. College students may live on their own for the first time, or they may move to a new state which they don't have many friends and a new area that they don't really know. College students are also expected to go to school full-time while maintaining a job and being able to try to figure out how to be a functioning adult. The Mayo Clinic says that college students during this time are exposed to risk factors which may cause them to go into a depression. College students are also put to a higher standard that they must achieve. College students must maintain their grades to keep either their scholarships or their FAFSAs, whichever they may have. And college students may also be athletes, and these athletes must maintain their grades in order to perform or play depending on whatever sport they are in. Most of my audience had responded to my survey and concluded that they have felt depressed. 55.6% of you that responded said that in the past 2 weeks you have experienced little to no energy. Dr. Ferris says that most people who experience depression will also experience fatigue. Lastly, 88.9% of the students that responded said that they experienced depression at least one day out of the week in the past 2 weeks. Now that we've looked at the problem, let's look at a solution. Depression is a common risk for college students that may experience it. But these college students that may experience it may find a relief in the gym. Although gyms around our area can be spendy, ranging from $10 to $35, college students may not have the money or the money from their bills to pay for an extra expense. My solution is both effective and benefiting for your physical and mental health, and that is weight training. Weight training may be intimidating, but it is actually quite simple. Weight training can be done in many different ways in many locations. It can be done at the enjoyment of your home or at a gym like Reed's Gym, for example. Weight training, like I said, may be intimidating, but there are very many helpful resources, such as free YouTube videos or free Instagram videos, or even a personal trainer depending on the gym that you attend. Once you get the concept of weight training down, you can adapt it to your life, your needs, and your expectations of your body. Weight training is very effective and can help reduce depression. Harvard Health did an experiment, and through this experiment, they concluded that people who weight train found a lower rate of their depression symptoms. Harvard Health also claims that weight training is as effective as antidepressants. Weight training can also serve as a hormone regulator. 3 hormones are produced when you weight train, such as dopamine, serotonin, and noradrenaline. These are all important hormones in order to create a balanced mind state. This is needed in order to maintain a happy lifestyle and a happy mind. You may be thinking to yourself, I have so much to do, I don't want to add any more to my plate. You may also be thinking there's no time, and you may just need better time management. Social media and show casting platforms are very big on our generation. A study done by Blue Tech Lenses concluded that college students spend 8 to 10 hours a day on their phone. This may be time in between classes, just downtime, lazy time at home, or right before bed. If you were able to put down your phone and acknowledge this extra time that you had, you may have enough time to work out. A second thought that you may be thinking to yourself is there's so much that I have to do and there's not enough time. TransferGo did an experiment with college students and did the math that if a student taking 15 college credits, spending 45 hours a week studying and doing extra things like that, they would have about 60 hours a week of free time. I also did a little bit of my experiment of my little study myself, and most of you responded that 77.8% of you said that you had 1 to 2 hours of free time a week. Looking at these statistics and these numbers, incorporating weight training can be done. People may make many excuses not to weight train, but if you have proper self-management and time management and you put your self-care first, you may make it happen. Now that we've looked at the solution, let's show how it looks in your life. Imagine your life with schoolwork, a job, social life, anything that you may have going on. Now imagine that having depression. How does it look like to you? Are you living a day-to-day life feeling like you're carrying a ball connected to you by a chain and it doesn't ever go away? Do you lose motivation? Are you sleeping more? Are you isolating yourself? Those are all things that can happen. Now imagine that, but you decide to reach out for help. Now you are weight training multiple times a week at Reed's Gym or any gym that you prefer, and you're letting out these emotions. You become healthier and you're no longer thinking these sad thoughts that may occur. And since you're working out, you may be more motivated, you may do more schoolwork, more productivity in your life. And now that you're taking care of yourself, you may do some more socializing, hanging out with your friends. And now that you've reached out for help, you have the correct coping skills and tools that you need to never fall back into that deep depression again. Now that I've shown you many different outcomes and possibilities that can happen, it is up to you. Today I've encouraged you with 3 reasons to weight train. First, college students are at a higher risk for developing depression. Second, weight training benefits your mental health. And third, weight training can provide a better life. Now I'm going to give you a specific action to take. I want you to set out 4 times a week where you weight train, whether that be at Reed's Gym, whatever gym you may prefer. Reed's Gym, like I said, is free to college students, so you can work out without the stress of extra money and bills on top of what you may already have to pay for. You can choose which muscle groups you decide to work out, how long you work them out for, and kind of the goals of your bodies that you want to make. All it takes is the first step to get into that gym, educate yourself, and start weight training. This will help lower your depression. Weight training can be a key to help your depression if you have never tried it. This is just a little side note that I had missed.